The following video is sponsored by the generous people at TOYHAX.com. TOYHAX is your one-stop shop for sticker sheets for Transformers of all generations, from reproduction labels for the oldest pieces in your collection to upgrade sets for the most recent retail releases. They also make labels for G.I. Joe, figure display backgrounds, and more. TOYHAX.com. Welcome back to SticKit. My name is Kit, and today we'll be taking a look at the TOYHAX labels for Generation Select's Exhaust. This set has 26 separately numbered stickers on 3 sheets and costs $15. Once again, we return to the old reliable, a race car livery. Oh, it's got a race car livery? Well, I automatically like it. Video over. I remain ignorant of most motorsport outside of Formula 1, so I don't know what series the car who would have become the Diaclone figure who would have become Exhaust actually raced in, but there are enough different Marlboro liveried Lancia Stratoses on Google Images to gawk at for hours on end, which may or may not be the reason this video took so long to make. Sadly, it appears laws prohibiting tobacco advertisements strike again, as the iconic Marlboro chevron does not grace Exhaust's hood as much as I direly wish it would. I think what's really stopping it is a lack of space on the squashed hood, as Mirage's set was able to have an easily identifiable gypsy woman from a certain other cigarette company printed on it. In reality, I feel this is a pretty good compromise, as it leans into these trailing stripes, which get filled out a little more near the back. As opposed to Wheeljack's more grounded labels, Exhaust livery features tons of fictional sponsors that remind me of those Walmart exclusive figures of Sideswipe and Bumblebee from Dark of the Moon. You know the ones. Lone Pilot, Knockout Dent Removers, Diac, and Wash and Roll adorn the front bumper, while BlackRock Enterprises and Boar, a reference to Exhaust's former apocryphal name Marlboro, itself a corruption of Marlboro, are on the right-hand side. Iowa Construction makes another appearance on the left alongside repro labels themselves. My favorite would have to be the Bridgestone-inspired Space Bridge. Speaking of tires, you'll notice I retained the part swap I did with Wheeljack back when I reviewed this figure, in February. Strangely, Exhaust doesn't opt for a cel-shaded windshield this time, instead going for a more consistent metallic blue. Along with those black stripes running along the rear, Exhaust does a lot to differentiate himself from Wheeljack. You might also notice that I'm missing a white sticker on the rear. This is entirely my fault, as I just straight up lost it while I was applying them. No idea where it is now. Finally, we get a few choices of license plate, of which I picked Smoking Kills. As is the case with most of the sets I review, there really isn't a whole lot to talk about in robot mode. I've gone over pretty much everything you see already, and most of what was revealed is just a palette swap of Wheeljack's stickers, which is okay. This set fixes a complaint I had about Exhaust's wings, in that I wished for a splash of color on their barren white faces, almost like I wrote that bit with this set in mind. Really, the detail worth talking about here is the head, which gets a near-complete overhaul. Blues, reds, and yellow give such a vibrant pop of color to the already impressive head sculpt that at this point, I simply can't imagine what Exhaust would look like without them. I love the red lines peeking out through his multi-layered visor. Finally, the chest block gets a couple options. The one I went with was just the number of the car again, but you also get a Decepticon symbol or a Shattered Glass Autobot symbol. Do you really need me to tell you whether I like this set or not? Come on, it's a racing livery. That automatically gives it like plus 10 Kit Brownie points. That being said, this set does do a good job of salvaging the worst aspects of the underlying Exhaust figure, such as the front end, and makes him a figure worth looking at. And this is coming from someone who already liked Exhaust as he was. So yeah, I'd say this set is good, even without the rose-tinted goggles. If you liked this video or otherwise found it helpful or informative, then please subscribe for more reviews like this in the future, and feel free to suggest topics for future reviews in the comments. When we return, Cheetor gets a vehicle mode. This has been Kit Katastrophe. Transform and roll out.